Okay, so let's start it because I don't have time right now. Actually, I just spent all my morning just working on some stuff like what did I do? Just fixing something, some stuff like that, and then working on. Oh, actually, I didn't do anything in the morning. Yeah, just okay. Go back on to the one. Just do it now. But most of people have sat in the chair. It's not about what college went into. It's about their own initiative or their own drive, their own ambitions, their own curiosity. I can say from the era which I grew up, I don't give a rat's people say to me, okay, you can only be rotten if your back is bent. On my tombstone, I want the epitaph. Be ashamed to die until you have scored some victory for humanity. Many people look for meaning in life, and so it's going to be under the rock or behind the tree. This is my meaning. You have more power than that. You have the power to create meaning in your life rather than passively look for it. Meaning to me is you know more about the world today than you did yesterday. Then it has this meaning for me. And it accumulates and accrues daily in a month in a way might not what you did. You just done a day later so that you continue to grow. The first question of me wasn't who do you find meaning? It was how to get and I started all the things. You can lie the same people who drank us, but no hold power over you. The famous quote from Martin Luther King. You can only be rotten if your back is bent. When I grew up, it was very common to hear the phrase, chicken stone and break my bones. But word which never hurt me. I haven't heard that phrase in a long time. I hear you said it in elementary school. But the thing that happened over years is we came to learn on a civilization that works to be hurtful, that an offense, and in mental health. What I see on the other side of a coin, however, is people are less able to deal with really sad people who are around today, who you are back then, or calling your names. I can say for every which you grow up, I don't ever ask what you say to me, unless you between me and some girl, then I'll navigate some way. If there is a person, or such a person, or person with some kind of cultural bias, I don't know actually. I want to say everything you have to say. Then I say, okay, that's who you are. That's how you're thinking. So then what I need to do, because in my way, do they come to you, go around you, live over you, or do we go this way, and then come out the other side? Yes, longer it's my effort, it's my energy. Most of it is out of some shit every day. Like I said, you're being racist, you're being, and that's not, you're not navigated. I think high school is where you learn about how to deal with difficult people. There are people who are nasty, you don't have to navigate them. People who you cannot interact with, or for the reason by not the cubicle next to you, your workplace. So I think we undervalue a problem social part that people are thrusted into the high school experience. When they say all could learn have learned more, but how to deal with all these people. Hey, how to deal with all people is now in your portfolio. Your motivation for the guests that you have this couch, they have some vision statement and they have read or they knocked out this look back which try another way, they got knocked out again, and be successful either with super help or influence or just joy in your lives persons. For me, what I do for public 90+% of it is driven by duty, not by ambition. That's how I feel it. If I can still hand it up hosting, come was in 2014 and dream. We know a Carl Sagan who is talented. She approached me and said, "Will you consider hosting Commons?" I said, "I don't. There's a dozen people, may have a dozen partners who jump to this opportunity. I don't need to do this. I really don't." Then I talked about it. It's like we met Carl Sagan when we were 17. Was going to colleges, who was Cornell and business accepted to Cornell. We didn't know where college I went to go into. And did a business office short of version. So then the commons there and followed me and I'll be closer to him. First reaction, he sent me a letter. Then I get this letter and I open it. It says, understand you like the some stuff I like. You want to copiously canvas. You have your design if you want to call now. He met me outside building on Saturday. He's can cool respect of himself. He was both sent it to me. It has future astronomer Central card. Other day, I'm going back to New York. It will snow and dust often in December. It's Attica. And it says, here's my home number. If the bird can get through for the snow, spend the night with my family and go back tomorrow. I'm thinking, who am I? Why? I'm nobody. But I'm so supportive with somebody to him. And I said to myself, everyone is remotely famous at his age. I wish students the way he has treated me. If you can call for this memory into this next commerce, then you have a way to justify who I am in the next commerce because thought got passed. It was passed in 2014, it was passed in 1975. 2000 future cinema arts 200 book. What is it was an adult scented, but a kid would have lost the curiosity. I've been watching people who have sat in each chair. It's not a college they went into. It's about their own initiative, their own drive, their own ambitions, their own curiosity. That's not taught in school. Sadly, school view as this empty vessel with full information in, study over here, they act why you braced. Maybe give more commerce speech. Does it become cycles and moves of a word? I don't think so. When you come down the step, last step school, you're not singing the analyzed cover song, soon out forever. You'll be a big sad song, busy singing, say G. I'm gonna go to sing without learning anything. You should be sad as school's over. I'm not happy. And so you leave school, you say yourself, I know how to learn. I don't have a curiosity of all things, yes, as opposed to I will now become a lifelong learner. I read things. It me to places or people think. What is about your dad? It impacted so much he still carries today. Me, a less words. What level of wisdom did he explain in his life and successfully communicate to me, either by example or by just explicit statement. In high school, he was in gym class and were lining up very well to enter next athletic unit for check and field. And the gym instructor pointed my fire on the line and said, Shoot Darshan, everyone look at him. He doesn't have a body type. Would I sell in check? And he says, What? Nobody wants to tell me what I can do in my life. And he used that as a reason to start running. Within a few years of that, he became world class. In 1948, the Olympics could not get ready to come back to us because we're still rolling from the Second World War. Instead, it was still in the Olympics. It was called the GI Olympics, and it was held in Hitler Stadium. So it's competed in Hitler Stadium in the late 1940s. The reason why I'm saying that is there's a friend of it named Johnny Johnson. He was competing against New York Athletic Club. The New York Athletic Club at the time accepted only white Protestants. Still was not a club, the pioneer club to everybody who was accepted to New York Athletic Club. It's basically black and Jews. And his best friend, Johnny Johnson, okay, was coming around the back, stretch. Maybe a quarter time coming down from straight away. A runner from New York Athletic Club first builds right behind him, Johnny Johnson, overhears that runner's couch say, catch that nigger. And he overheard this. So what did he say to himself? He said, this is what he go, he answered the catch. And extended his lead to the finish line. And it's a story, not with any bitter turn. It was his occasion to parlay But today, maybe call my question into a reason to excel even more than you had accepted of your own abilities and talents. Next question. What's the impact we have on the world? What's the impact you want to have on the world? My impact would be people learn from me in a way that they are empowered, but I talk to them. So they think about to learn from me, no longer think of me. They think of their own innate pace of understanding how this world works. I become irrelevant. And because if you say it is not true because they said so, then they failed. The next time you tell someone that's sitting there by authority, I don't know, that's no. I want to think about the world, and you say, I want to have what they said on the world, and you just run off. You don't even look back. Because the new level of hunger has descended upon you, and methods tools to feed their hunger are not accessible to you. So main part would be that all the impacted and don't even remember that have something to do with it. Okay, so after this speaking, I feel like I'm really confident. I'm really yeah, confidence with my skills that I can improve it in nowadays. But anyway, I'm going to try my best to achieve the thing that I want. Never give up and do it work and do what I want, and I can get that. I can get it. Never give up. Never give up. Uh, actually, it's now is 11 and something. I think and then I'm gonna stop and then go to Google Classroom to check if there is, the class starts. She said I have to fill in the attendance. Attendance. So 11:45. So I have about 11:45 to 1. Okay, 11:45. So I have just a few minutes before this one. So just turn off this one because I'm done with this speaking. Okay, so that's the end of my speaking today.